Hello, the incoming weather system will certainly pack a punch, and for some of us across parts of the South Island, you're really going to be battening down the hatches or preparing for the risk for some flooding rain as well. Common ingredients again for this extreme rainfall: cold air coming out from the Southern Ocean, actually part of it coming from the remnants of the polar vortex, a big blocking high there, and of course the big stream of cloud coming in. When I mean cold air, look at that blob of blue there, and the warm on the other side. Temperatures in Australia, some 40 degrees, Queensland interior yesterday, 10 down south, so that contrast, it gives rise to wind, strong jet stream. That's going to take the moisture from the tropics, boom, straight down. So we'll run through the next 24 hours. There's the main pipeline of rain, but with a blocking high there, see how it just pipes it in right onto the west coast of the South Island. It doesn't kick away until Thursday, and the rainfall is literally off the scale. In some sections of literally western, from probably Ross to Bruce Bay, we could be talking in the range of 3 to 550 millimetres by the time this is done. Great spillover as well, or quite excessive, but notice further north barely, because the energy will ease through over parts of the North Island. So catch your breath. Lots and lots of watches and warnings. Orange are, of course, the warnings. Strong to severe gales on the leading edge of this could be damaging. 130, 140 on that as it tracks across the high country, Canterbury high country, and the west coast too, with all this thing working. And so let's push this thing into motion. Rain works in tonight. Notice that darker blob of blue. See how it just sits there across parts of western for literally the whole day. Like having a fire hose. You keep it in one place, it gets really wet. Other spots, not as much. You think, when will this go away? That will be clearing, as I mentioned, for Thursday. The North Island, tomorrow's okay. It's just increasing wind, and eastern areas, of course, it is scattered falls. So Northland tomorrow, you've got a fine day. It's another warm day as well. Whangarei, for instance, 24 degrees. You'll see more high cloud coming in through the afternoon. Auckland, 22, bit of early cloud. Sunshine, increase the clouds as well by the end of the day. Same sort of thing for Hamilton. You've got a dry day, 24, and down to the Bay of Plenty and the Central Plateau. A little bit of early cloud, increase the cloud for the end of the day, 21, 22, even Tamaranui, you'll be seeing 24. Tauranga, 21 for you, otherwise okay, maybe the odd little spot here and there, but it is mostly dry for the most part. Increase the clouds, and the east coast, it's going to be a warm one here. 30 degrees, anyone? We could easily, Wairoa today, 27. Hastings, Napier, you could easily be 30, 28, 29. Go further west to much of New Plymouth, all the way down to the lower North Island. Going to pick up the breeze to the lower North Island. If it's otherwise dry, it's a mild one as well. You're going to notice that wind picking up in Wellington. That'll become certainly strong to even severe gales going into the course of the night. 18 degrees for you. Moisture stays away. That's more likely coming in as you go into the overnight hours. The rain, of course, still sitting there across parts of Te Waipunamu. It's already into Westport, turning heavier through the course of the morning. Elsewhere, wait until evening for Nelson and Blenheim, and also Kaikoura, Christchurch. A few spots of rain, more likely just the cloud. You've got 25 degrees, and it's going to be a gusty or northerly as well. On the west coast, that's where the rain is heavy at times, piling its way in. Watch for the spillover. Bear it in mind, all that rain to pile in these spots there. Rivers are going to be running high to eastern areas too. Eastern areas, just the cloud, and it is mild. Queenstown, spots of rain in the morning, and again in the evening. A mild day for you at 20, gusty winds as well. And for the far south, 2 spells of rain. First part in the morning, and then another patch in the evening, each with the warm front. In Invercargill, you've got the rain and 19 degrees, but that is in the morning for you. Dunedin, same sort of thing. Bits and pieces of rain, but more likely coming later on in the day. Thursday, that front tracks through. It does weaken somewhat. It's a North Island thing, but further blustery showers into the west coast, and even for the course of Friday. Snow level kicks down to around 1,000 metres. It does slowly improve, and if you can believe it, after all of that, there's high pressure waiting in for what is the weekend. But West Coast really takes some care. A lot of rain to come in a very confined section of Western tomorrow.
All right, kia ora, Dan. Thank you for that. And thank you for joining us. Time now for 7 Sharp with Hilary and Jeremy.